We're here with the one and only Matt Koenig.
Matt Koenig of Koenig Co.
I know. I jacked your name up.
Close. At Koenig Co. There you go.
Koenig Co.
There's like 3 ways to say it. I
There
never
is.
get it right.
Any way you say it, it always sounds good coming out of your mouth, Cribs.
Come on.
Oh, wow.
Look at there.
Well, the good news is everybody does say it because you're all over the place, man. I see
Slate
you.
it.
Yeah, I see you connecting, and we came to your seminar earlier. Was it
Yesterday,
today
yeah.
or yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah.
Golly, man, the time.
I know, dude, I get
can't
on
keep
days
track of
mixed
it now. But
Well, he was standing
amazing.
on a chair,
Yeah,
twice.
Yeah, he was.
Twice.
He was. But if
Twice.
you haven't seen Matt speak in person, I mean, you are really missing out. He's going to be humble about it right now, but I'm telling you.
Oh, he ain't gonna be humble. He's humble.
I'm telling you.
He's
this
humble,
guy-
maybe, but I mean,
this
he doesn't
guy
sound humble.
He's got you at hello. I'm telling you that right now. And you shared some amazing things, and the things that you do, really minute by minute, it seems like throughout the day. It's inspirational, really, truly.
Thanks, man. I actually do, you know what, I do appreciate it, and I know I always talk a bunch of trash, and I have a lot of fun with it because I really love our industry. But at the end of the day, and I said it yesterday, to me, one of the things I've learned, and I probably learned it more in the last 2 months, came to this realization, I always knew it was a people business, but that goofy Twitter video I showed you guys from Keith,
Dude, that was
awesome
hilarious.
guy.
That was
It
awesome.
just showed me how just a moment can actually touch somebody and make them care. And that kind of, it realigned me to go, you know what, I gotta stop just thinking about the marketing and the this and that, and go back to, you know what, we're making a difference in somebody's life. Whether it's putting a smile on their face or pissing them off, we're making a difference in their life.
Right.
And it's pretty cool to be in an industry where we can serve so many people. Again, just make them laugh or whatever.
Dealers even wondering what. I mean, I don't know. I think it's been periscoped and so forth. And you make sure when you get the code, Matt, that you send it. Obviously, you're going to send it out. You got to watch this or listen to it or however. The deal he's talking about, man, is it revolutionized my thinking. This is a people business.
It did.
And you're sitting. I mean, first of all, it's hilarious. And by the way, the other one that you said, what was the other? The Peel. What is it?
Oh, Key and Peele, yeah,
Dude,
the texting.
I sent that to all my guys right there in your session. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. But man, the video that he did on Twitter, the organic, it's amazing. And if a dealer would have the absolute just freaking
8 seconds.
fortitude, you know what I mean? The intestinal fortitude, the drive to actually, grab a hold and do something like that. What can they do with that, man?
Well, they can do so much with a simple thank you by video. And what's really cool and what he's talking about for those that didn't see the session yesterday is I made a real commitment about 2.5, 3 months ago. Every time someone would follow me on Twitter, I would just flip the camera around, hit record, hit the record button, hold it down, and say thank you. And I read their profile first so I can address them by name if their name's there, make mention of what they've got going on in their business or whatever their profile says, and just say thank you and tell them I appreciate them taking the time to follow me.
Right.
And what's interesting is 1 in 5 will retweet how they've never had someone take the time to do that, and within about 10 or 15 minutes, 3 or 4 more people follow me. And after yesterday's session, I think people wanted to call BS, right, and see if I really did it. And Chris can attest to this. I spent the next 3 hours from the booth thanking people by video from Twitter and Facebook because they went at me from all angles to see if I really would do it.
Hey, let's try it now.
Right?
When you listen to the show.
KONIGCO. I don't care if there's 10 of you or 1,500. The night won't end before I say thank you. It's made a difference to me, not only because of the amount of people that now engage, but it forces me to actually be a human being again instead of a face and a brand and all the other bullshit we try and be.
Yeah.
So it's exciting.
And then, for dealers that missed it also, for those of you watching, when Matt sent an 8-second video to someone to thank them for following, then he gets the next 24 hours of, video clips from this adventurous
Well, do you think
guy.
it had anything to do with the fact that you were naked in the video? I mean,
I think first because I was so chubby, he didn't know that I was a dude at first. So he's like, man, look at those.
Right.
Just kidding, sort of.
no, he wasn't. He wasn't.
My big question is, does Keith realize that he just trained hundreds of top-notch dealers across the country?
You know what? I haven't mentioned it to him yet. Now that you said that, literally when we're done today, I'm going to shoot a video and send it to him. And I want to do it with you guys so that he can see that what he did that day made a difference because it was really cool. And he's not even an automotive guy or anything in sales. He's just a cool cat.
But you know what? He buys cars.
Truth.
He drives something. I mean, he
Truth.
may drive a smart car. I mean, he's not riding around on a camel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the guy drives, man. I mean, and that's the deal. That's how that's what it did to me. You got to think that way, dealers. Look, just because we're car guys, right? Just because we're, you know, you're wearing a car guy shirt, car guys,
nation.
car girls, right? The bottom line is they're people that drive cars, and some of them, most of them, aren't like me. You know what I mean? Thank God.
And we get so, as dealers, we get so focused on process and tools that we're going to use and kind of going through the motions and checking the list that we forget that it's connecting with people is really the number one thing.
Absolutely, and it's exciting because as you say that, tomorrow morning I'm so pumped because my man Villa is going to be moderating something that's thrilling, because when we think about that here, almost all of our thoughts go to what we're comfortable with, which is English. I got a D in Spanish, and I have Rosetta Stone on my home.
Well, you beat me because I took it for like a month and I dropped out of it.
Bro, and your last name.
And I'm freaking Latin.
Yes.
My grandfather was born in Cuba. Are you kidding me? He almost disowned me.
Well, and that's the thing, man. It's like, you know, when we think about touching people and connecting with people, we think about just reaching people that are the most similar to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then tomorrow, we've got this thrilling thing. I was meeting with Peter Lito from Google today to talk about it, and Ricky Lopez, who's on the panel. We were talking about it today. And tomorrow, we get the chance to not only impact a room full of dealers, but 18% of this country that's been neglected and ignored for decades. And now we get to be thought leaders to say, hey, let us help you open up a driveway and show this community that you actually care.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a big deal, right? I mean, that's like,
Yes.
that should get you jacked. So I'm so pumped about that opportunity.
And if you're on Periscope watching, because I know this is live, and excuse us, autodealerlive.net, because it's going to be over by the time you see this. But I'll tell you this, man, come 9 o'clock tomorrow, DD18, if you're here, well, that's where you need to be.
And but we're going to share with those that didn't
Nobody will
make
hear
it.
about it.
Yeah.
Since we're broadcasting on
But they won't.
Auto Dealer Live.
Yeah, but they won't hear about it.
We're live right now.
Yeah, we're live now.
It's going to be a great time. It's going to be exciting, and man, you guys do such a good job. You always bring such great info to the table. So I'm pumped, and I actually am humbled to any time I get to interact with you guys.
Come on, man. We love you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.
Boom.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Matt Koenig, the man. Spell it however you want to do it.